Mate, I'm telling you, literally he's paying me all day to sit here and eat Mentos. It's a dream. Oh, hang on, I got a call. We might have to call you back in 1 sec. Awesome, thanks, buddy. Aussie Arvos Insurance, where your loss is our gain. Look, mate, you mind if I just put you on hold for just a few minutes? It's really flat out here in the office right now. Thanks, mate, appreciate it. Yeah, sorry about that, mate. You know what work like. Anyway, you've been checking out the new Aussie Arvos videos lately. They've been bloody insane. Yeah, I don't know why this kid's wasting all his money on a TD42. Yeah, I know. I told him it was good. I reckon it'll blow up.
Bloody hell.
Alright, look, mate, better call you back. I'll see you later tonight. Yeah, sweet, mate. Alright, set. Oh, sorry about that, buddy. How can I ruin your day today?
Yeah, I just wanted to get some insurance for my car. It's a 1996 Nissan Patrol.
Yeah, no worries, buddy. I'll just sort that up into the system now. Alright, mate, let's just come up here. Would that be cash or card?
Alright guys, welcome back. Today we're stuck inside and it's because it is the day that everyone dreads, and it either comes around once a year or it might come around 12 times a year, and that's insurance day. So my insurance is due, and upon looking at my latest statement, it's gone up. And so we're going to do a bit of shopping in the world of insurance to find out, is there a better mob to go with?
Exactly right. We're going to be calling the top 5 insurance companies, basically asking, can we get it any cheaper?
Yeah.
What price can we get for a TD42? We're gonna sort it all out today.
Yeah, we've got five insurance companies, and we're pretty much going to be getting quotes on third party, full comp, and we're going to be asking about some of their policies and things like buybacks.
Exactly right. Can you drive your car through a river crossing? Can you drive it on beach? We want to disclose all this and make sure, you know, when you buy insurance, you know what's going on. So this video is not sponsored by any insurance company, just I feel like I have to say that these days. This is just us buying insurance. And what I want you guys to do while you're watching the video, in the comments, I want you, if you're comfortable with it, leave down your make of model of car and how much you pay for insurance and your rough age, so people like kind of know. But I want to get sort of like a forum going in the comments of everyone's insurance mobs, how much we paying. So me and Ling can say, hang on, are we paying too much? Are we overpaying? Because everyone's case is different. Everyone has different cars, different regions. So be awesome if you guys leave a comment of that down in the description, because I mean everyone has to do it. Everyone has to pay it. But anyway, let's get calling these 5 companies and try and get us some cheap insurance. Alright, so now we're going to call Club 4x4. So they're more of an enthusiast sort of insurance company for 4x4s. So we'll call them up and see what they offer.
G'day, I'm Pat Callanan, and thank you for calling Club 4x4, the insurer for 4x4 enthusiasts.
One day you might answer the phone.
Hey, it's Liam Jones, and welcome to 4x4 Insurance.
Bit of an update, been on hold for about 17 minutes to Club 4x4, but it is a sad day, so maybe, I don't know, they're more busy, but we'll just keep waiting and see.
You've been looking at around $4,800 to $4,900.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so that's what's coming to me as.
Yep.
Now what I can do is I'm happy to obviously send you the email.
Your premiums are $5 grand a year in insurance.
Wait, no, that was excess, wasn't it?
No, that was premium.
Oh, was it?
That was how much that was how much you had to pay per year. $4,800.
Oh, really?
A year. That's why I was freaking out.
Oh, right.
I was like,
I thought he said it was.
he said $4,800 to $4,900. The excess was $850 plus an $86 admin fee.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So $5 grand in insurance.
Yeah, well, that's like the price of the car that I paid for.
I could not believe that. That's insane.
Alright, so we just finished up with Club 4x4, so pretty much I went for, so they only do full comprehensive or comprehensive insurance, they don't do third party insurance. So for an agreed value of the maximum range, and then maximum range being $10,780, and the minimum range was like $9,100.
Yeah.
So for the max range and then plus accessories, I put down $2,500, which I don't know, could be up for debate.
Yeah. So it came to a total of roughly $13,000 the car was going to be insured for, and they wanted $4,800 a year for insurance.
And then excess like $850.
Yeah.
That's with admin.
So that's an insane, ridiculous price.
Yeah. And they don't cover perishables like tyres.
No.
Is it tyres or paint?
No, yeah.
So yeah, if you got like paint fade or whatever.
But I guess the one thing is they're covered all over Australia, even on private property, as long as you're not trespassing or there illegally. So.
And he did say with buyback that you're allowed to buy it back for a price based on what the assessors say after an accident, or you can pull mods.
I think it's probably better off this mob if you're a little bit older and maybe the car's got more mods on it than yours.
Yeah, I reckon if you had like a new Hilux or something, and you were like on your full license, I could be so much cheaper. Because I've got a clapped out patrol and I'm a P-plater.
Yeah.
It's just
insane. Alright,
let's do the next one.
Yeah, let's go to the next one. Alright, so we're going to call RACV. Now, RACV, I think there's RACQ in Queensland. There's a RAC something in New South Wales as well. But because we're in Victoria, it's called RACV. So we'll call them up. They're just sort of your general insurer. They cover everything from A to Z pretty much. So we'll call them up and see what they can offer on the GQ.
Agree value. How much would you like to agree at?
Maybe let's go for 12, say.
The highest we could go with that one is actually 9,100.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I thought that might be the case. Oh, we'll just go for the highest value then, that's fine.
So if you did that, it'd be $1,338.12.
So RACV, I don't know, they're somewhere in the middle. Like they're not like crazy good, not crazy overpriced. I mean, I think they more sort of just cater to general sort of vehicles. What do they say in terms of their off-road cover?
So he said from their understanding that as long as it's
legal where you can be,
what you're doing, and then it's all covered.
Fine.
And obviously that quote's a little bit cheaper as well because like we're not going for such a high agreed value. It's saying the agreed value within the set range, which was maximum of 9,100.
Exactly.
But in the third party, if you go third party, they only do market value. But that range is from 0 to 10,000. So obviously, if it's the cleanest one there, but you'd have to show like
exactly.
Because mine's got no paint. As soon as they look at it, they're going to say, "Well,
that's market value, $2,000." So now we're gonna give Budget Direct a call and see what they can do for the TD.
Yeah, well,
I'm not hopeful to be honest, but
they're meant to be budget. But as soon as you start telling them that it's an old car and that what it's used for, they'll probably themselves. So, just looking to get a couple quotes for some car insurance.
Does the car have either of these factory options fitted? Coil springs?
No, it does not.
We'll get more details later on, but regardless of who is at fault or whether an excess was paid or not, how many motor insurance claims have you had in the last 5 years?
No. Oh, sorry, 0.
0, thanks. So based on what you've told me, it's subject to underwriting with an $800 basic excess. Your total payable, including all your fees and taxes, for full comprehensive insurance is $1,589.09.
Yeah, and that's for market value, you said?
Correct, yes. So based on the dealer's guide, your car model, including all factory options and accessories you have listed, has a market value range today of up to $13,312, depending on its condition.
Okay, cool. That was actually pretty good, really. It's actually not that bad.
Yeah, it's actually not
13,300.
Well, it's up to 13,000. Like
but at least the cap's higher. Then at least if it came back down to like 11, that's still not bad.
True.
Or like 10.
Yeah, the cap's higher if you can trust that that's what.
But I reckon they'd like see the car and be like, no, we're not insuring this.
Mate, this is $7,000.
Yeah, that or they'd just be like, this car is junk. It's nothing.
Good morning, thank you for calling Shannon. So you've had it for 2 years. What's the mileage on it?
It's done 535,000 Ks.
Okay, yeah, barely broke it in. No worries. All right, and then what's the exterior condition like of it at the moment?
It's not a show car. It is. It does have a lot of like paint chipping. So there is exposed areas, and there are a couple dents.
Typically, for vehicles that have pre-existing damage, we're not actually able to offer comprehensive because we can't distinguish between, things that were pre-existing and things that weren't when you claim.
Right.
Yeah. Annual premium of around the $25 mark.
Okay.
Which is about $214 a month or so.
Yep.
So with Shannon's, an agreed value of $13,000. They want $2,500 with a $650 excess plus $400. So that's like
$1,000 excess.
$1,000 excess. So $2,500 and full comp. So obviously they're a bit more of a premium insurer. They ask you, as you can see on the phone, a bunch of questions about like your motoring enthusiast passion.
Is it alright if we have a quick chat about your connections with motoring and what that means to you?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Yeah, cool. All right. So do you do a bit of tinkering yourself and like modifying your car and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I
too,
do.
or-
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. How long have you been in the scene for? A little while? Or?
Yeah, that's it.
But like, yeah, I guess one difference between this and Club 404 is not covered with water crossings.
Yeah.
Whereas Club 404 you were. But you are covered anywhere in Oz as long as it's legal. You're allowed to be there.
Yeah.
So, but no water crossings apparently. But you'd think, but there's some tracks or some roads that have water crossings and they're still marked as real tracks and roads. So I don't know how.
Yeah,
I don't know how
I don't know.
exactly that works. And funny thing, they wouldn't insure Liam's car because the dent.
Yeah, well that's it. Don't tell them that your car has a if it does have a pre-existing dent, it has to be the size of a golf ball, because if it's anything bigger, they won't cover it because they can't tell what's.
Yeah.
And if you lie to them, then technically it's insurance fraud.
Yeah. So don't lie to them.
So it's sort of hard.
But if you
Obviously, I was trying to do the right thing.
Yeah,
and she said, I wouldn't actually be able to get this insurance even if I wanted to, because I've already told them the car has a dent in it.
Yeah, exactly.
So you have to have a clean car to do it.
To do Shannon's, clean car. Don't bother going there if you've got a massive dent in your quarter. So
Yeah, if you've got a car that's bush spec, but even if it is bush spec, you're probably not looking at paying full comp anyway.
nah.
So third party, they only do third party property damage. They don't do fire and theft, and it's still $520 and $1,000 excess.
Yeah.
And their buyback scheme is pretty much you can buy back the wreck. She said she wasn't really sure whether they do like part outs of buying bits back off it. It's pretty much you probably have to buy the whole thing.
Yeah, but it's like Club 4. You're just buying back the wreck of whatever the assessors.
Yeah, and they also don't do a market value either.
No.
Only agreed value.
Yeah.
So again, I feel like all these companies are suited for people that actually have a nice car, a new car.
Club
and,
4
and aren't P-platers.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so now we'll call Amy, which was Liam's previous insurance, just third party. So we'll call them back. We'll see what they want for the comp, and we'll see if they can do any cheaper on third party as well. So
Yep, that's it.
See what they say.
Okay. So the premium for that vehicle for the year is $1,581.34.
All right, so we just finished with Amy. So pretty much for their full comp, for an agreed value of a maximum, which is what we went for, of $9,100.
Yep.
So that seems to be sort of the staple for a lot of the major companies like RACV. So the cost, so the premium was $1,580 a year with $650 excess. And then obviously plus the under 25 driver for $400.
Yep.
The buybacks pretty much it all depends.
They say refer to claims people and ask them, but
Pretty much you just got to be careful.
Yeah, I basically say if you'd be basically buying it at the assessor's rate. That's what I'm assuming.
that's
if
it,
you could buy the wreck.
Yeah,
And
that's
for off-road use, you're allowed to use it
As long as it's
off-road.
lawful.
As long as it's lawful. So
Yeah,
pretty much
right.
same as the others. So yeah, and then
Yeah, third party worked out to be the cheapest.
what are we doing, Jack?
We get it to $628.22, Liam.
Yeah, that's good, yeah. Yep, that'll be much better. Just over $600 for third party fire and theft at an agreed value of $9,100 and in excess of $650. Yeah. So that worked out to be the cheapest, and that's the people I was already with.
So after spending 2.5 hours on the phone to insurance companies, we got nowhere.
Yeah, Amy essentially for P-plate is obviously subject to change depending on what car you have, but keep in mind I do have a clean record.
Yeah.
I am a green P-plater.
20 years old.
It's a Nissan Patrol, and it's straight away a lot of companies, as soon as they heard that what car it was and how old it was, they said we either have a different set of policies that we need to go over, or they wouldn't do, like some of them wouldn't do an agreed value on it because it was such an old car.
Yep.
Some companies don't do third party, things like that. So.
And on Shannon's and Club 404, obviously, like Club 404, I think the big thing about that is they actually insured you for like water crossings and stuff like that, whereas
you're pretty much insured no matter what.
Exactly. Like, if I had a $65,000 Land Cruiser or like a really expensive car with a heap of mods on it,
you probably would just
pay it. Obviously, I think if you were a bit older too, it would help, and it probably would be worth it on a car like a old TD42 leaf spring Patrol. But I mean, those options are there for people like, I think Shannon's, I think of someone like Dan with an immaculate GQ Patrol and like someone who's gonna treat their car, pretty nicely. Like that's sort of their market, I feel like.
And I think it's worth noticing, with say companies like RACV, the longer you're with them, the better it gets for you.
Well, exactly
they
right.
have a lot of different things where the longer you stay with them, you'll get better prices and better policies
Yeah.
and things as you go. So,
But I think as a young bloke, it's just about calling around, finding the cheapest one for your car,
Yeah.
and that's sort of it, really. Liam picks that. You pick third party because I mean,
my car's not worth paying. If I pay full comp, I'm like, even at the cheapest rates of like $1,500, it's like a quarter of the price of what I paid for the
yeah.
car.
Well, that's it. Exactly right. Yeah. You mainly want third party fire and theft because patrols.
Yeah,
get
all I
stolen
care
a
is
lot.
if I hit a Mercedes, that I covered the Mercedes.
Yeah, and if it gets nicked from
And if
the-
I hit a kangaroo or something, or run into a tree, like hopefully at low speed, then I'm gonna be able to salvage bits off the car anyway,
Yeah.
and probably repair it, and
yeah, it'll probably be fine.
probably won't be that bad.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
you just
so.
want it in case it gets nicked from
And
the
even
shops
if
or
it
whatever.
it really isn't like the worst outcome is the car gets written off. Like I crashed the car, I don't get any. Obviously, I'm not covered for my own car, but I've still got all the stuff on it that I can salvage.
Yeah,
It is worth noting that you might be able to strike a deal with your current insurance provider. That's like what I did with just then with the Amy, was able to knock off a few bucks. The thing with insurance, there is actually so many variables that affect it. Like you saw how many questions they were asking.
Yeah.
Ask me how many Ks my car has. They ask you where it's parked, how many days you drive it, if anyone else drives it. And it's going to be different for everyone, and that's going to severely affect your premiums and your coverage overall. But if you're anything like me, a P-plater with a clapped out car, I don't even think it matters that it's for patrol. If you're a P-plater and your car is a full drive from the 90s, chances are your excesses, your full comp's going to be through the roof, and you're probably better off going third party.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I hope you enjoyed this little video. Very different, but obviously we're in very different circumstances. There's not really much else we can do at the moment. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Hope it enlightened some of you, and we'll see you in the next video.